Welcome, welcome. This is the last day of this Vera skirt. That's our POM. And I just have to give you one more idea. Really, the reason being is because I've just shopped and shopped for skirts, and I was at the Alice and Olivia store and I had tried this skirt on and I didn't have time to get it into the webcast, but I really wanted to show it to you because I love the skirt. And I felt like it's a great use for an ITY. You know, a lot of us, we love ITYs, but some of us don't want to wear them on top. We get too hot. But on the bottom, you don't get too hot because there's nothing to get too hot on. So you can pair it. This is the bottom half of me and this is the top half of me. This is the outfit. You can pair it with just a t-shirt, a cotton t-shirt, and then I just put on, this is 115. I had made it for a webcast earlier, 115, sleeveless. And then I did 196 over it. And just a cotton knit. So you can do cotton everything, but then just do ITY, and the ITY knits are really slimming. They have great drape and they're really slimming. So that's all a good thing. So let's look at this skirt. What I did is I actually tried it on, and it was a woven fabric, and it just had an invisible zipper on the left-hand side. It just had an invisible zipper at the side seam, but I just thought it was cute. When I tried it on, the ruffle was a little bit big to me and it was a little bit long. So I've kind of changed those two things as we go through, but I still want you to see that this original skirt here, and you can see the price, even the sale price is way too high. So it's a great project. When you see something that you really like, you get a chance to try it on, you can go through and do all the analysis on it. And that's exactly what we're going to do. All right, so we're going to look at this next picture. It's kind of a close-up of the skirt itself, and you can see that that ruffle is about 9 inches down on the one hip. It's on the right hip, and then the ruffle goes to the left hip, and so you can see that this skirt and this ruffle is much longer and much lower than what I did mine on. So again, all these variables were just really fun when you do it. So the fabric I chose here is 3482. I used 2 yards. It's an ITY. It's a great deep black with a really pretty blue and white. So I knew I could top it with either a jean jacket, a little simple t-shirt. And my other goal was to simplify it to the point where I had no invisible zipper. And so I did an elastic waist. I literally just sewed elastic to the top, tucked it down, and then top stitched along it. We'll go over construction in just a second, but let's do the pattern first. So there's the idea. That's where I got it from, the original idea, and then kind of what I morphed it to. And so when you're making your pattern, your skirt pattern is just your Vera's front and Vera's back. I shortened it to be knee length, which probably was about 8 inches for me. As you all know, I'm 5'8", which is tall by most standards, but still this skirt, when I tried it on, it was just really overwhelming. But I love the ruffle of it. I just didn't want to look like a walking ruffle, so that's why I minimized it. Okay, so you open up this, you cut the front on a fold and the back on a fold. And again, I shortened my skirt, so that's the base layer. That's what's underneath here. That's the only 2 pieces I used. I didn't, center front on the fold, center back on the fold. You can eliminate the facings across the top and you don't stitch the darts because you're going to do elastic. So then what I did is I opened up the skirt double and I made the ruffle. You have to lengthen it. You have to decide how much you want to lengthen. I lengthened mine 6 inches. So the ruffle is 6 inches longer than the base of the skirt. And then you're just going to, so you've got your ruffle. I went 8 inches down here, or 9 inches I think I went down for my hip. You can see there's your ruffle. And then you're just going to slash, as I've shown you many, many times. You're just going to slash and spread. My original was a yard. When you measure, if you lay this down, this angled cut from point A to point B was 36 inches. Okay, so then when I opened it up, I didn't really do 1.5. I felt like that would just be too much. I just added 36. I added a third of it, so I added another 12 inches so that this length is no longer 36. By opening this up, I got to 48. So instead of 1 to 2, which would have been 36 and 18, I felt like that was a little bit too much. I only added 12. Okay, because again, I didn't want it. So you're just going to slash, 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 slash until that becomes 48, or whatever you decide it to be. Again, I think when I was doing this, I thought it'd be really cute if it was a contrasting and the ruffle was a different color than the skirt. But also keep in mind that you don't want the skirt necessarily to be the focus. You want the skirt to be kind of a cute when noticed type concept. So if you put too much emphasis on the skirt, you become a walking skirt. So just be aware of that and be careful of it. But I think all of these ideas are fun to do. I get so many people saying to me, what would you do? What would you do? You really want to fail and try again and fail and try again because it's what you like and you really want to discover what it is you like. I think that's the fun of sewing. I get that you don't want to fail. I totally get that, but it's part of the process. It's just part of the process. And in every failing, you just want to look at it and say, okay, what did I do wrong and why didn't I like this? And be careful of the walking skirt syndrome. It's, a real illness out there. Okay, so then that's how I got it. I really just did a line. I lengthened one side and one side only because you can see the skirt is still underneath there in knee length. So let's go to sewing. So when you sew it, you want to finish the edge first. Not only, well, this edge is hooked into the side seam. So you want to finish this edge here and finish this portion of the side edge that's going to be showing out. You want to anchor this side into the side seam, but you don't have to anchor the whole thing. So what I did is I did a rolled edge, whatever finish you decide. I did a rolled edge, but I only did it up like halfway. And then I knew part of it would be in the seam and part of it would not. So finish the two edges of the ruffle, do that first. All right, then what I did is I actually sewed that side seam, which would be the right side seam. And I sewed that and to include the ruffle because you can see on this side that ruffle's included up here at the hip line. So I included the ruffle there. And then I actually hemmed the skirt. So I serged the edge of the bottom, I turned it up, and I top stitched it. And keep in mind, this is all open. But that's the only way to do it because once you get to this side, I started at the hem and sewed up. You're not going to see this because the ruffle hangs over it. So just FYI, it had to be hemmed at that point. Otherwise, it couldn't be hemmed. It could be, you could leave the ruffle out and then hem it. But I decided to just hem it first and then do the side seam. The last thing I did was the elastic at the top. So that was the finishing. So see, very easy to do. The skirt is very quick and easy. It's wonderful on. It's elastic. It truly feels like you have nothing on. And again, a cotton t-shirt and just a cotton, something over that. It's just fun and easy. So we're first going to take the style, decide how much ruffle you like, how long you want it, what fabric you want it. I'm going to suggest ITYs, lightweight cottons. All of those things are just great. Wovens would work well. I could have put a little invisible zipper just like they did in the store. I had done that in some of the instances that I had showed you. So in this case, I really wanted to show it with a knit and with an elastic waist, just to counter up those differences and also to keep it simpler. So decide on what you want, a couple yards of fabric, make your ruffle, stitch it up. Fun and easy. And that's the goal. Happy sewing from Silhouette Patterns.